Oh my life, I'm back. It's been a really exciting day here today. So to follow in this video are just a few random clips as usual from throughout the day. But Liesa over there, who's busy scratching Hida's bottom, she has her most exciting day on Friday. And one of the exciting things, I've got to stop saying exciting in this video, was that Liesa messaged me earlier, and what did the message say?
That I'd reached my target and I'd gone over it thanks to some kind donation.
Yeah, so Liesa's target for her Catbells walk, which is Friday, was originally 1,000, but thanks to our lovely guardian angel, Tara, I believe, well, she's gone over target.
I know.
Yeah, so I want to actually send Liesa a little song of Kate Bush. Running up, I'm not going to sing
running down it.
you're going to run up those hills and then run back down again, because there's going to be a bottle of bubbly, thanks to Mary, waiting for you.
Bath salts for my bath.
Yeah, but I don't think tomorrow's going to let her put the bath salts in the hot tub.
Yeah, I want to put it in the hot tub, and I don't think she's going to let me.
I don't think she will.
No.
So enjoy the rest of this video. As I say, there were lots of exciting things happening today. We're very easily pleased, so enjoy. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for all the well wishes for this young lady who gave us such a fright yesterday. Didn't you, Dow? Eh? So she spent the night in last night, and she's just free reigning with everybody else on the yard today. So we got Ren there, Annie in the background, and Hida is around somewhere. But I'm just going to keep a very close eye on her, obviously, for the next 48 hours. Because it happened so suddenly and it was so severe. But then it went equally as quickly, didn't it, Dow? But at least if there was an impaction, which she did have years and years ago, the coke and the electrolytes will have cleared that. Oh look, we've got little jubbers over there as well. There's the lorry. Just abandoned it there last night because it was late and I was tired. And there's the hoitsy-poitsy. So he's actually being quite tolerant of his nights in at the moment. Just repoulticed his foot. He's a little bit stinky, so I think there is something going on. But I don't think we're going to get a Chris until tomorrow. But he's not walking too badly on it. Are you, little man? And there we go. There's the last one. Well, we got Liesa in there. We got Liesa doing that bed. We got Jodie in this one with all her babies. No, she's just got Jim helping her at the moment. And then we've got Floppy Doos in the hay hole. Oh, and finally, somebody else has turned up. There's Principal. He's been AWOL this morning. Didn't know where he was. But he's finally shown his face. But he's actually going to move in with the boys. There's 3 of the boys. Iceman having a snooze on the left there. Uber and Nero. I was thinking, where's Hannes? And I gave him a shout. And he popped out of the shelter. So he's been in there munching haylage, keeping out trouble. But Nero needs to come in because we've got Jenny here today and he's going to have a bit of physio. Even though after his session at Mel's, I think I need the physio more than he does. And you haven't even seen the full session yet. It's nearly a year since Jenny first saw Nero, because you saw him not long after he'd arrived. And do you remember what it was that you said about him at the time? Just to put you on the spot.
I'm sure you're going to remind me. But
it was basically he had no muscle.
He has nothing. I remember, distinctly, there was absolutely nothing at all. Yeah, you just thought he was a yearling.
Yeah.
There was just nothing there.
Yeah.
But he has more now than he did.
Yes, a little bit more now. So this is the first time you've seen him, and we're going to go and do the usual walk and trot up just to see how he's moving. He does still look lame, and as Sam said, he's lamer than he would like to see him at this stage. But it's not 12 months until February now since he had that done.
No, so we've just got to wait and see. And some of it may well turn to a mechanical lameness, where it's just, that's how he is.
Yeah.
And he just learns to move differently. You'd say it's different movement rather than...
He's doing more out in the field than he would have done at Mel's, although maybe the backing up has...
That's just what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm just
Because
thinking
we did
that,
a lot of backing up.
and having him on a tight circle.
No, we didn't do circle work.
We didn't do circle work.
No,
It was the backing
deliberately didn't do circle work. So, yeah, whether that, because that's making him flex his hop.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the only thing I can think maybe why it looks... I mean, I'd expect him to fillet, obviously, but that is particularly bad.
But equally, even before we went to Mel's, there were some days where he'd be really bad and other days not quite so bad.
I mean, it's one of those, isn't it? I think, on balance, I agree with the decision to keep him out. I don't think it'd do him any good to be in a... You'll just give us a whole host of other issues. But yeah, it's going to take longer. So in some ways, we've just got to ignore it, see where we are in February.
Yeah, which is kind of what we've done till now, because I've always known it's going to be at least 12 months for it to fully fuse. So yeah, I suppose it's just managing him every day like we have been and seeing how he is, and if he needs a bit more pain relief on certain days, then we give it to him.
Yeah. It's just managing that from a pain perspective, isn't it?
But maybe not. I mean, this is why I've not pushed the groundwork before now, because I didn't know how much he'd be able to cope with. So although he's got to have those manners and he's got to learn to have respect for everybody around him, and the longer we leave it, the harder it is to deal with. Catch-22. I mean, he's polite enough here, and he's not going to be going anywhere for a while, but...
I think probably the halfway house is to say, well, if you do groundwork with him, then he has a couple of days on increased view.
Yeah.
That's probably
Yeah,
where
that's
I
probably...
would go with that.
Okay.
So he's doing, because he does need it, he needs it for his own sense of self. He can't leave it much longer to get those manners into him. But yeah, it will just flare up that a little bit. But
Yeah, so yeah, just how is she? Like, where do you think she needs to do more sort of stretching or different exercises to help?
So this morning she's tighter on her right hip through her glute muscles here, which is unusual for her because usually it's the left. That she drops more on that left hip, but I think that's because of the lameness on this side, so it's just a little bit of a different picture. And then into her left shoulder, which is always her difficult side. So the basic stretches that we've already set, so keeping a neck nice and flexible through her whole body, so it'll just make sure we keep everything, all those muscles nice and loose all the way to her back end. And then I actually think some glute stretches for her, some just pulling and lifting up when you go picking her feet out and just pulling her limb forwards. So she gets a nice stretch through here and down her hamstring. I mean, it only has to be, just hold it 10-15 seconds, something like that, and keep it as low to the ground as you can. But that might just help release some of this.
Because that's what we were saying before about Ren. When you get on her, she almost comes up underneath you, but she doesn't want to step through. It's like everything's sort of very up. So I guess she's avoiding using like these. Yeah, it's almost like everything's up here. And
It's all here. She hitches rather than comes through. She hitches with her hip.
But I think part of that is due to her conformation, isn't it? And the way that her back is. So she's never fully engaged.
No, and that's what we were just discussing, weren't we, with Ren? She manages so well herself. Like, apart from that, it's just little niggles and nothing major with her. I think just keeping her flexible. Some poles. 4 or 5. You'd need to have them like 5, at least a minimum 4 poles. I'd have probably 5. So she's stepping through and getting that continuity of stride length. That would be a good thing for her. To try and encourage a little bit of action behind and stretching her through. And we could see how she went with that.
Would
just
that be
monitor
better
it.
for her on the like in a straight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just keep it, and I'd start ground, just start
Yeah,
them at
oh,
ground
yeah.
level. But yeah, just trying to encourage that little bit of stretch, and we'll just see how she goes.
In between her live hacks. So you can do all the nice stretches with her in between me taking everybody out on her for the live hacks. Which are always in a straight line.
Always in a
Or
straight
she
line.
goes slightly wonky when we gallop across a field. Which
She
we don't
manages
do that
the hills.
often.
The hills are good for this. So
Yeah.
You can tell she does a lot of hills because she keeps herself pretty well muscled.
Now we've had quite mild weather over the last few weeks, but it's definitely turned an awful lot colder today. I'd been hoping not to have to put haylage out here until our new hay bell arrived, which was very kindly sponsored by Ruth, who also bought this fabulous ring feeder, this blue ring feeder that we used all of last winter. And, you know, this is great, but the thing I like about the hay bell is that it's actually going to keep the haylage dry inside. Now, typically, it's been held up, the one that I ordered, but I believe it is arriving on Wednesday morning. But for now, because I didn't want to leave them on a cold night without anything nice and dry to go in their tummies, I've put this one out here for now. And their next bale they can have in the hay bell. I just need to cool them down now and see if they are actually hungry. Oh, I called them and I can hear thundering. They're going to come over the horizon any minute now. There we go. There's one. There they are. Such a beautiful evening as well. Got the moon out up there. Beautiful evening sky. And beautiful girlies. Look, I put you a bale of haylage. Hello, Zhao. Hello, Spesh. Hello, darling. Hello, you going to go and check it out? Hello, Mai. Mai's had a groundwork session at Mel's today, along with Inna. There's Niki News. Inna on the right. And little Maybelline coming along. We've got Yolanda up at the barn at the moment because Yolanda was just looking a little bit off colour. And I noticed the last 2 mornings that she's let Nika pinch her breakfast, which is very unlike her. So I'm just going to have her up and just keep an eye on her for the next couple of days as well. But Inna, you know, all the squealing and the squeaking, she's in season at the moment, which has put her a bit out of sorts. But she always has uncomfortable seasons. She's a bit like Micah. You know, what with that and the chillier weather, it's understandable that some of them feel a little bit off colour. Still not quite sure what the issue was with Doubtson, but she's happy up at the yard for now. So we've got a bit of a full house up here at the moment. There's little Jubbers, Doubtson, queuing up to Annie in the hay hole there. She's hogging it as usual. Doubtson's definitely looking a lot brighter. And then we've got Yodeling next to Hoitzer. She's quite happily munching away. So she can have a couple of nights in. You've got Hoitzy next door. He did have Jubbers in with him, but he kicked him out when his tea came along, didn't you? You decided it was just for you tonight. Kidder standing on guard there, enjoying that beautiful sunset. And then the little wren pen over here. So it's all beautifully tidy out here at the moment, but guaranteed it's going to be a bit of a mess in the morning with 4 free reiners. Well, actually 6 if you include Jubbers and Princicle. But I think they're happy. And they've also got Bessie's barn tonight. Plenty of places to keep themselves tucked away for the evening if they want to. It's another exciting day in progress of the Hoitzer and Jubba's house. Michael's complaining about his cold fingers. Oh, bless him. But he didn't like wearing gloves.
No, I wear them, but when you're doing skilled beds, you can't wear gloves.
No, that's fair enough. So, you were stone facing the back of this yesterday?
Yeah, just levelling this up. And now I'm ready for the roof. Coming round there. I'll measure up today and get it ordered today.
Okay.
It'd be lovely to have a roof on.
It will be very nice to have a roof on, especially for when it's raining.
When did it come off? 2015?
It was Storm Arwen, wasn't it?
Is that when that was 21, was it?
Yeah.
I can't remember. We've had so many storms.
I know. You're about to start the stone facing,
Yeah,
which is
I mean,
why it's an exciting day.
Anyway, that's going to take quite a few weeks. And it's not going to hold anything up if the roof doesn't come, you know.
No. But you're going to start with the cornerstones.
Yeah.
So those beautiful cornerstones sat down there.
Very shortly.
Very shortly. So I've got the GoPro camera on down there, so it's all going to be time-lapsed. But I thought I'd give you a little peek today. And of course, even though Michael's got cold hands, he's happy because the sun's shining. And it's beautiful. Look at that. So Trevor there has driven up from Wigan.
Yeah.
Yep. Trevor works for McVeigh Parker, who provided this hay bale. And you've dropped it off and terrorised all of these while they were having their breakfast, didn't you? But they ran off and they're all back, enjoying their brekkie now. Nika's usually at the front, but she's scared by most things. So when it dropped off the back of the truck, it was all too scary for words. Wasn't it, Nikki Noodles? Eh? I rather like the look of this. But I don't fancy trying to get it over the bale that I put out for them yesterday. I think we'll wait for them to get through that and then put it over a fresh one. Meanwhile, I've got all the boys' haylage on the back there because they were tucking into it last night as it was so chilly. So with the weather turning, they're certainly going to need their hay bales topping up on a regular basis. And at the moment, I don't think that we will need one of these in their turnout, but we'll see how the winter goes and maybe we'll get them one to go up there as well. Well, I've got a NERO and I've got an Iceman, but I don't know where Uber and Hannes are. I'm wondering whether Jane Holden has actually snuck Hannes into the back of her car and taken him home with her. She'll be in trouble if she has. Of course, I don't want to give these their feed before the others are here. Otherwise, they'll be stealing each other's. Oh, here we go. Jane, you haven't stolen him. He's still here. Oh, they're in no rush. They can't be that hungry. Jane did tell me that Hannes and Uber were busy playing with each other this morning. So they've obviously changed their loyalties for now. Maybe Uber's having a break from NERO. That's all right, I've got nothing else to do today. You just take your own sweet time. Right, children, we'll have an Uber in here. Well done, Uber, you know the routine. You come in here. No, it doesn't work like that. Uber comes in here. Thank you. And there's your breakfast. Iceman has his here. And NERO has his in the shelter. Oh, don't squish me, that's quite rude. There we go, that's yours. There we go. And then Hannes has his on the table. You're civilised. You like to eat from a table, don't you? I need to replat you today, don't I? Happy beasties. And that sun's still looking gorgeous. It really has been one of the most beautiful days. It's mild, it's sunny. The horses are super chilled. There's Annie there, although she got a bit upset because Renska's been with some absolutely gorgeous visitors in the Friendship Barn for the last couple of hours. And Annie really wanted to be in there, didn't you? Yes, so you went and pooed outside just to protest. Meanwhile, you've lost your place in the hay hole because Hida's in there. Hoyts is just enjoying some nice relaxing music. Sorry, Hoytsa, I don't mean to get you peeing on camera. And then we've got Dow, Yodel, munching away in the turnout there. And Renska, who's just come out from the Friendship Barn. Tucking into a few scraps of tasty grass around the back of the walker. In other news, while I'm stood at this turnout, I've actually asked Tony Dixon, who you may remember did the concrete flooring for Hoytsa and Jubba's house, to come in to see whether we can get this whole area cleared out and resurfaced with some fresh wood chip for the winter. It's a project that I've been wanting to do for a long time. We've got it on the wish list, and I think we've got £300 towards the wood chip so far. But it's just an additional project on top of that 110k work that we've had planned for the year that I'd really like to get done sooner rather than later, because it gets really mushy down here. So because it gets so wet, the wood chip over time just gets really stodgy, and then they're stood in muck in here all the time, aren't you, Dow? And they do like to lie down on the wood chip, but when it's wet and soggy and horrible like this, they're less likely to. So I think it could do with a nice refresh this year. What do you think, girls? It is a favourite sunbathing spot for them. Hey, Dow. You're beautiful. Are you feeling better? I'm having coffee alone today. Well, not alone, because I've got all the black beasties. But while Liesa, Frey and Tamara are off at the local garden centre doing a bit of Christmas shopping, I'm getting to enjoy a bit of a tea day. So I'm going to have coffee with Hida, then I'm going to go down and see how Michael's doing. And let's see if he started. That's the first one's in place. Oh, how exciting. Look, even you're smiling.
Yeah.
What were you pointing at?
One corner's on.
I know.
Well, I've got to get that under the plastic, which is a pain because all the stones are to the same width. But once that's down, I can start.
So you push that plastic down, and then you can start.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do when I get this down in a minute, I'm going to get that big one which doesn't have the round and put it that way.
Okay.
And then that, which is the first one, that one.
So Lindsay is going to be the foundation.
Yeah.
So she's going to start off.
Yeah.
So you're going to place the other stones as to which fits there in the best way.
Looks best.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
random,
So there's no preference in order or anything.
No.
They're just going to go as they fit.
And then the last one, I think, is one over there because it has that one a little bit the other way, hopefully.
Okay.
So
But that's the thing with anything with stones, isn't it? It's like a
until I
jigsaw, making sure that they fit in the right
until I
place.
get to it, it's just one of those.
So, will you have this finished before it gets dark?
There's a lot of stonework here.
Oh, surely it won't take you long.
I think this is going to take me 3 or 4 weeks.
Really?
Yeah, it's a lot. That is massive. That's gone crazy.
It is quite large, isn't it?
But you see, what else could we have done?
I know.
You know, it's got to follow that same.
The same roof
Standing
line.
really high there.
Yeah.
I mean, in retrospect, we could have dropped it a couple of blocks and had it up to the edge of this, but then we would have to carry this wall
We never look back, Michael.
top on and.
We never look back.
Oh no, I'm not.
It's not done now. You're not taking it down now.
No way.
It's me who comes in at the end and says, oh, we should have done it like this. We should have done it like that. But that's where Tamara's brilliant, because she plans with you.
I think it's okay like this, you know. And when you're up the top, it doesn't really block anything from that window.
Okay.
And it's tidied that wall back up as well, you know, so.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What do you mean it's just a piece of stone? It's not just a piece of stone.
Just a piece of stone.
Michael, oh my goodness.
Good?
Oh, awesome.
Stone
Awesome.
is beautiful, isn't it, eh?
Oh,
Even
I'm
for
having
ladies, stone is beautiful.
I'm having such a good day.
Did you
That
just,
looks stunning.
because did you just say even to ladies the stone looks?
Even
No,
ladies love stone.
Why would ladies not love stone?
Well, because most men don't, because they don't know what it is.
They don't have taste, do they, Michael?
You like that?
It looks
I
beautiful.
mean, it's not all going to be squares like that everywhere, but this corner, because it's that shape, I've got to do that. I've got to cut like a narrow piece and a wide and a...
I like the slate in between.
Well, I shouldn't really do that, but
I like it though.
Yeah.
I like that.
it's not really the thing, but it looks fantastic
It's
there.
the thing for here.
Yeah,
I think if you can replicate that in the odd place,
In what?
well, in the odd
Yeah,
bit,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know.
Yeah, well, any slate I can put in now.
Yeah,
Just, what was
because I
I going
like
to say?
that little theme. Makes it a nice theme.
It's wrong. It shouldn't be like
So
that.
why have you done it?
Because
Yeah.
I didn't like having a gap there. Yeah.
This is an exciting phone
Where
call.
did you go?
It's Peter from Ellis Quads.
Way. Importantly, you're back, which means we're putting the final bits together today. Oh, should we do it tomorrow?
Well, it's a good way to get me out of the office, because I was supposed to be having office day tomorrow. Let's just go for tomorrow.
Oh, how exciting!
Oh, this is so exciting, Casey. It's an
Excellent.
ultra exciting
Oh,
day.
good. Wonderful.
Thank you for the laughter. Thank you